Hey everybody, welcome back to Trading Brains. I'm your host Evan Greif with my co-host Angelo. Say
What's
hi.
up, guys?
Hey. So starting off for this episode, we just want to say that we're falling a little bit behind schedule of our usual release schedule, um, and we just want to apologize that we dropped the ball. Uh, we've got some other things going on in our lives,
hmm
and right now, we like doing Trading Brains. We enjoy putting out this content for you guys. But we have some other business that we've been attending to. However, with that said, I think going forward, we're going to pick it back up and get back on a regular release schedule,
hmm
especially because we're recording. Some days we're going to be recording back to back. So, again, yeah, welcome back to the show. And today we're going to be talking about guilty pleasures. Everybody's got them, not everybody wants to talk about them. But Angela and I decided that we would talk about our own, and then, from what you guys hear today.
hmm
Maybe you could send comments to tradingbrainspodcast@gmail.com talking about what your guilty pleasures are, or if you have any other topics you'd like us to discuss on the show.
Yeah, this episode got all about because one of your sister actually told us about this topic that we should talk
Yeah,
about.
my sister
Um,
Haley Ellen Grafe, she suggested that we do guilty pleasures, and we both immediately thought it was a great idea, right? So
yeah, but like some people like with guilty pleasures is like it's your personal stuff like you care about the most that like no matter what the situation is you will just do it or like this make you happy like a 5-year-old kid
yeah,
or eating
I
like
mean
the
that's
biggest son or whatever the case may be. It could be anything, but it's
yeah,
just like not a lot of people do talk about that unless they talk about it in the sense of like with another person or like a close friend. Like you wouldn't tell that to the world what your guilty pleasure is
hmm
or whatever because you might think it's weird or whatever the case may be. But
hate is
um,
gonna hate.
haters gonna hate. So, but yeah, no, I just felt like when Haley sent us an email about guilty pleasures, that, like you said, like it was a great idea because it's simple. I like it, and I feel like if we kind of get the ball rolling, like talk about it, because then other people can open up and say what their guilty pleasures were.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's kind of a weird concept, right? Because um, I think the guilt from having a guilty pleasure comes from guilt that's placed on you by other people, even though you really enjoy what it is, and I'm sure that the joy that you get from whatever activity it is or object or
hmm
thing it is pure in that it's not like something that you shouldn't be doing or shouldn't be enjoying.
Well, yeah, it's like when people are working out and they're like constantly working out and they have their cheat day. That's considered
Right.
like you could put that in under as a guilty pleasure because like you're
Yeah.
eating healthy, you're working so hard, but why not kind of like indulge into sweets or carbs or
Yeah.
whatever your diet or
A
your
giant
motive is.
a giant soft chocolate chip cookie.
Exactly. Or a banana split sundae. I don't know
Yeah.
if people do enjoy that.
I mean, for
Or
those who do, I'm sure you're drooling right now.
oh, but like I just feel like that like it could be anything and don't worry about it, just express it.
Yeah, yeah.
um
So how about we get started then with
yeah,
our guilty pleasures? You want to hear
okay,
mine?
yeah, no, I was about to say like what about like what is like that food that like it's like oh my god like get in my belly and then you feel like that you regret it
Oh,
instantaneously.
yeah. For me, I'm a weirdo, so it's like it's not one type, but it's
mm.
like in general cheese.
Any kind of cheese or just more
Yeah,
like
yeah. So like, well, not like any kind of cheese, because obviously I have a tier of like preferred cheeses. Um,
so
but
what each
I
tier
could
of
straight up
cheese
eat
make you
blocks of
each
cheese.
tier of your like guilt coming in?
No, no. I mean, it's all well, like okay, if I overindulge in the cheese, that's when the guilt comes in, right? Um, but in terms of like my favorite cheeses, there's a cheese called Asiago cheese,
Okay.
and I love that cheese. And classic cheddar is great, but like it has to be sharp for me to enjoy it.
Okay.
And then I don't like every time I visit my grandma's house, she's always got cheese and crackers. Our family just always has that as a spread, for people to snack on. But when I have food in front of me, right? When there's food on a table in front of me, I don't even think about the fact that I'm eating it or eating too much of it, right? So I'll overindulge then. Um, and in the moment, it's like, oh yes, cheese is delicious. I love it. uh, after I look at the plate, I'm like, wow, I just ate a fat block of cheese and like it's almost all gone, and everybody else is looking at me like, Evan, I wanted cheese too. I'm like, you know,
Uh,
that's
Here you go.
that's what it's guilty, huh?
It's like you just like throw up in your head, and it's like,
Oh no,
here you
ew,
go.
ew, half processed cheese. That's gross. Yeah, but that's like food. In terms of food, that's for me. I actually don't have like a sweet tooth. I think you know this, but mostly for me, it's like carbs. So something like French fries or pizza or stuff like that. But in terms of like something where I see it's in front of me and I gotta have it, it's probably cheese.
Okay. Okay. So like, for not so much of the cheese, it's like it's either like I know in certain areas like I'm weird. Like I have like different places. Like if I'm in Italy, it's all about like ice cream or like gelato. Like I'll just have it every freaking day that I'm there because like I know I'm not gonna get it, but like I don't care. They'll ask me like, "Do you want one scoop, two scoops?" I was like, "Give me as much scoops as you can, if that cone can fit." And I really don't care if that ice cream is dripping on me on a hot night. I really don't
Right.
care. That thing
Yeah.
is, I'm getting it. I'm getting the coconut flavored one with whipped cream on top on a cone, and I'm walking. And you just see this nice little pot belly walking with his ice cream, and I'm just like licking it. It's like, oh, this is freaking
Fucking A.
fantastic. And then everyone's looking at me like the stupid American, like he's here, like he only coming for ice cream. I was like, hell yeah, I am. This is the best thing ever. I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
And
Angelo, can
then
you move your camera back a little bit?
um
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
the next one, I think it's like probably like not even like just food. I think it's like just like the restaurant, like a chain restaurant, like a fast food restaurant. It will be Taco Bell. And I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, why?" or whatever the case may be. Taco Bell is Taco Bell. So always will be Bay. Um, I just feel like going in and just order whatever I want, and I always order like a specific amount of what I want, like two loaded potato grillers without sour cream, uh, then strawberry frittata freeze, and then either one quesadilla, or maybe if I feel fat, then I'll get another one.
You feel adventurous?
If I feel adventurous, I'm gonna get another one and maybe a
Yeah.
burrito.
Yeah, I know. I have known for so long that you have loved Taco Bell, and every time we were out late at night, you were like, "Yo, Taco Bell," and then everybody was like, "Fuck it, yeah, why not?"
Yeah,
Like,
like yes. When then you just see like my little fat ass going in, and it's like, hey, you serve? It'll be like 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, go home. Like, no,
yeah,
feed me, then I'll go home. I'll pay you.
right. Yeah,
No.
that's the whole point of the business. So.
Just give me food. I just want it. But I just feel like a lot of people like get the runs or whatever the case be, a little graphic. But like I just feel like nope, I'll take it. I don't care. Taco Bell,
Right.
get Taco
Yeah.
Bell,
T-Bell,
and then just
T-Bell.
like relax.
So,
And it's like,
so for you in Italy, when you're on vacation, it's
yeah,
gelato, and then when you're home here, it's like T-Bell. Do you
yeah.
still go every once in a while?
To be honest, like I haven't had like the like urge of like wanting to have Taco Bell. But like,
Hmm.
do I think about it? Hell yeah. But like, I don't want to get in my car. As right now, it's just like unmotivated to just go to my car to drive to Taco Bell. I know there's
Yeah.
app that I can do like Grubhub or
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
whatever, but no, I'd rather just
Does
go
that
in.
does that cost more? Is there a premium on having people deliver Taco Bell?
Yeah, yeah, that is like a surcharge and then tip.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd rather just go there by myself. It's not far away. It's the other side of town. It's just,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? It's just whatever.
No, I know. I know. Yeah. For me, like one of my guilty pleasures right now for where I'm living, there's a McDonald's like across the block, right?
Yeah,
So like every time I get in my head, it's like, oh, I want a burger. Like, it just like pops into my head. There's a McDonald's across the
yeah.
street, and I'm like, ah, I shouldn't go there. I shouldn't eat, that food so much.
And then
So
you have like a
luckily,
little
I've,
demon like
huh?
right next to you saying like you should
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. It's like it's just one time, just one day, like.
Like it won't kill you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, but like, like, but then, like I think like actually like I know like guilty. I think not even a guilty pleasure. Like I just like doing it. It's like you ever get like a jar of peanut butter and just eat it from a spoon.
When I was a kid,
Okay.
I don't do
I
it now.
make me feel like the weirdo here, but whatever.
Yeah, I
I
mean that
already
was
jumped
my
in too
intent.
far.
That was my
Yes,
intent.
I still do it. I still have like a jar of peanut butter that I'll just eat from the jar with a spoon, and it'd
Aw.
be just my peanut butter. I'll put my name on it, of course, but
Wait, really? Like
or
in
I just
Sharpie
keep,
or
or
like
not even like
Angelo?
yeah, or like I'll just keep it in my room.
Wow,
Okay,
okay.
this is mine.
Wait, you don't even keep it refrigerated? Damn,
No, you
you're a
don't
rebel.
refrigerate that shit.
Yeah, I
Unless
guess not.
like
Processed.
if it's like Jif, like the Jiffy one, or like depends on the brand. If the brand like it has like very oil, then yeah, you have like, you kind of have to. But like if it's like let's just say Jiffy or Smuckers or whatever, like one of those, they're like you don't need to
Hmm.
keep it out. That's it. You go back for more.
I, w- I will also say this. Peanut butter is definitely not a staple in Japan, and where they do sell it, it's expensive and it's rare.
Yeah.
It's just not a food that they really eat out here. So I haven't been able to get it in my hands, and I'm also not such a huge fan of peanut butter, so I don't go out of my way to get it. But I mean, I can understand that. Like for me, an equivalent would be having a tub of ice cream, right? And
Yeah.
just kind of like picking off that with a spoon.
Hmm.
Um, but like, yeah, that's I get that. I get it.
Hmm. No, but um, I think like more of like the foods. Like there's other like foods that I like, but it's not like guilty pleasures. Like it's like oh my god, like you feel so bad after. It's like why did I just like ate so much of like the peanut butter? It's like shit. I should
Yeah,
put
not
it
even just
back.
that.
Like yeah. No.
It's like stuff that people think you're weird for liking.
Hmm.
I don't even think that's like a huge. For me, I mean, I don't know. I think you remember. I used to put ketchup on like everything. I used to put ketchup on rice, even.
Yeah.
As weird as that was, right? I don't know why I had that, and that wasn't even a phase. That was like a good like decade, half a decade. Uh, so yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I
At
mean, I
least
fell
from
out of it,
elementary school to high
but
school.
now like yeah, yeah. Now the only thing I put ketchup on is like my burgers, my hot dogs, and my
Fries.
French fries, which is like normal. So
Yeah, no, I don't even do ketchup.
I
Or
don't
like
have I don't have other
no foods.
food guilty pleasures.
Like
So
probably later on, but no, it's just more than the fact of like I think foods. That's how it is. But like, all right, so like the next topic that I do want to talk about like movies slash TVs. Like
yeah.
kind of like I want to change it.
Oh, I have one. I have one.
What movies or TV or both?
It's a movie. It's a movie.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it was like originally a TV show, and then it like came out with the movie. That was an adaptation. Um, Digimon.
Oh,
Digimon the movie, bro. Yeah. The Digimon movie was so good, and that's a guilty pleasure for me because like a lot of people are like, no, Pokemon's better, or people are like,
Dragon Ball.
why do you even like that? You're Evan, you're an adult, and I'm like, shut up. Like I was a kid when I liked it, and I'm like, one of
Oh yeah,
my favorite music is in it, and
yeah.
the people who made the Digimon movie actually are the same people who made that Summer Wars movie, the anime.
Hmm.
That's why the plot is like pretty much the same, where there's like a nuclear warhead coming and like the kids have to save everyone.
Hmm.
So, uh, so spoiler alert. Sorry about that. But if you haven't seen the
Spoiler.
Digimon movie by now and you wanted to, I feel like you had plenty of time.
Oh
But
yeah,
anyway, that's a
that's
guilty
on them.
pleasure of mine for sure in
Okay, so like
terms of
I
movies.
get the term of movies. So I think guilty pleasures is I'm gonna say I'm basic. basically any kind of Disney movie, anything, because like it brings that whole like nostalgic back, and just like I'll watch it, and they got like Disney Plus has it. I'm just like, boom, any movie, great,
Hmm.
covered.
What
Watching
about
watching
Pinocchio?
whatever, huh?
Pinocchio. I watched it
Pinocchio.
recently, actually.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Fox and Hound, Lion King, Tarzan. The list goes on. But like legitimate, like even like that, or like um, not even just Disney, but another movie. I think like I would actually still sit down watch it, even though it is long, like The Notebook. I'll still
Oh,
consider
okay.
that as a guilty pleasure, just because like it's I'm a bird, you're a bird kind of situation.
Hmm.
Um, and like yeah, it's romantic. Yeah, some people would be like, "Why you watch that?" It's like I like the movie. Don't get me wrong. It's like a really good. It's a really good romance movie that you go watch. And Ryan Gosling is also like he's a pretty good actor. And I forgot the female actress. That's like what her name is.
Yeah, I
Um,
forget.
but the fact is, like, I just like that movie that I could sit and I have no like why is so good. Like I won't break down and cry, um, but I would just like watch it and be like happy, like okay, this is great. TV more, I think like now it'd be more like in the animes now. Like I think like Ronin Kenshin because I'm watching that now like recently. Dragon Ball Z Abridged actually, even though it's like a parody
A
to Dragon
bridge.
Ball Z,
Oh
like
my god.
that is so. It's just like it's like the stupid. I think it's more like episodes or shows or like episodes are like more like stupid funny. So like
Yeah.
something like it just like makes you like piss your pants just because of how hilarious it is. Like the Rick and Morty
Yeah.
new season coming out. Like I'm definitely gonna be watching that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Or like or it's the Simpsons and like Family Guy. Like, you put that on, like you're just constantly
I
laughing.
think
Just
Family Guy. I think Family Guy is definitely a guilty pleasure, right? It's
hmm
not something you watch like, episode to
like
episode.
yeah,
And you
like
just
American Dad too. Like you can watch episode by episode, but you don't have to.
yeah.
Like and then like I think any anime too is like a guilty pleasure. I feel like because I feel like still yeah it's growing on the states that like people are watching and becoming more accepted.
Yeah,
Um,
I think so for sure. I mean, as compared to
definitely
when
from
we
where
were young.
when we were younger. You said you were if you said anyone you're an anime, half the school who did or any person who didn't watch anime will make you just group you as weird. Oh,
Yeah.
you watch this. Why? Like it's good. Shut up.
Yeah. I mean,
You're
even if
stupid.
even if you had time to explain to somebody why you watch it and why it's good,
Hmm.
um, I don't think that they would, give you the audience.
Oh no,
So at that time, I think
no.
now it's like
Now
with
you can make a case.
and yeah, and especially gaming too.
Oh yeah.
Not like you don't have to feel as guilty for enjoying those things. I think, but some of them maybe, I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to anyway. Well, one of my friends in college, whose name will not be mentioned, uh, he got me to watch a couple episodes of My Little Pony, like the animated series. Angelo. Yeah, I mean, we were watching it, and I actually thought it was like a really well developed, not like story, but the characters were well developed. Because they all had actual like different personalities. It wasn't like, oh yeah, let's go play in the rainbows and blah blah blah. Some of them were pretty cool. But then I got to know the fact that like there are people who are like bronies or jabronis. And I was like, yeah, that's what they call people who are like into My Little Pony, right? Or men who are into My Little Pony. They call them bronies. You gotta look this up. It's real. I'm telling you, it's real. Um, and I was like, I will not be a part of this community. I'm sorry. I have to leave. So I only watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes, but it was actually pretty good. So but I now I guess I wouldn't call it a guilty pleasure, but it's something that like you know people would say, hey, you probably shouldn't have been watching
It's okay, my little jabroni.
that.
Okay. Change.
Yeah. Um, any more movies or TV? I don't think I have any like movies
After
or
that,
TV.
like do
I
I?
don't feel guilty about what I watch, right? Like I watch
No,
what I want to watch, and then whatever
but
people.
I feel like in the when we were younger, the guilty pleasure was more anime, but now it's just like I feel like it just makes you happy that you're doing it, and you're just like, ah, no, I shouldn't because it's just like it's so good. Or now it's just like, boom, watch it, and you just like sit back and relax. But I think like more like Family Guy and American Dad, like all those type of shows are guilty pleasures because it's like they're stupid funny. It's just like it just
Oh
makes you,
yeah, it's mindless entertainment
yeah.
for
And
sure.
like a lot of people are like, why you watch that? It's just because it's just like I want to laugh. Like okay, watch comedians. Like no, it's like a different kind of
Okay, well for
laugh.
me, yeah, for me then a guilty pleasure would be watching like streamers, like Game
Yeah.
Grumps or Vanos and Friends,
Hmm.
H2O Delirious. I think he's hilarious, but his entertainment is mindless. Silly.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, that's another one. Not technically movies or TV, but entertainment nonetheless.
Yeah. Since we're in like the entertainment side, like what about music?
Yeah, music. I have guilty pleasures. For me, pop punk has always been a staple in my life, and like when I was learning to play guitar earlier on, like in high school and stuff, I would hang out with people who looked down on pop punk. Um, and like the people who I was learning guitar with were like, "Oh no, it's just like it takes no talent. Like it doesn't. It's not hard to do, hard to learn, to do pop punk. But
Hmm.
regardless, that was my favorite genre ever since I was in like fifth grade. When I heard my own worst enemy by LIT. Now I know that's not like necessarily pop punk, but that was the beginnings of when I started listening to that kind of music.
Hmm.
But like even at 26 years old, I still thoroughly enjoy pop punk music. Like
Hmm.
if I listen to a Blink 182 song, it'll bring me back to when I first heard that song. Or
Or
yeah, if I listen to like Sum 41, I'll really I'll get into it because that just I don't know, it lights something up in me.
hmm.
And a lot of people will be like, "Why are you listening to pop punk?" And I'm pretty sure I'll be listening to it even decades from now. You know, like when I have kids, they'll be like, "Dad, you're so lame. Why are you listening to this?" I'm like, "Well, I don't care. Like,
No,
it's my favorite music. So,
you're gonna listen to it and you're gonna like it.
yeah, I hope. I hope. I mean, if my kid ends up liking classical, look, I'm gonna support him or her with whatever they want to, enjoy. But I would love it if they love pop punk, because then we could talk about pop punk.
Or he just likes it because you like it, and that's it. So it makes you happy.
Yeah, that could work too. Well, yeah. So, but for music, that, and then for me, actually, lately, as you know, I've been listening to like hip hop and rap.
Hmm.
But I've
Always.
been listening to a ton of Post Malone. In the past week alone, I've been listening to Post Malone like almost exclusively. So yeah, I'm actually just too lazy to find new music, and I don't want to use Spotify because like the advertisements annoy me. So I've been having trouble finding new artists. But if
Hmm.
you have anything, please feel free to let me know.
Okay.
You
Okay. Mm. No,
what?
my like for music for me, it's more like it's not like anything like music or like well more music, but like more in the fact of like not like rock or like it's more like a cappella. I feel like
Okay.
a cappella group or like barbershop quartets, like doo wop groups, like those are my like I'll just put it and like instantaneously my mood just like lifts up and just like like listening and like especially with like doo wop and just like kind of like try and like snap my fingers like with that rhythm and like just go. It's like oh like run around
Is
Sue
is
or
is
uh
doo-wop popular in Italy?
no it's more like it's probably like in the 50s
Right.
and it's just more in the fact of like I just don't know. It's just like more in the fact of like people. You have like four people or four guys, four girls, or a mix of the two, or whatever the case may be. Um, and they just singing. They don't have any instruments or whatever. So every sound that they make is from their voice.
Mhm.
So if someone can like mimic like guitar or whatever and like the beats and trying to get into, and then you have the singer, or kind of like the doo-wops, or for the acapellas, like I just like I heard this like acapella group in Trinity, in like the University of Trinity in Dublin, and this guy had his voice so low, it's just like and it's like he's like how the hell he actually get that low and
Mhm.
keep it like so like harmonized with the song that they're singing.
Right.
Um, and then like now they're like now I'm listening like to do not do but like acapella groups that are doing Disney songs. Like it's so simple. It's like, oh my god, this is like best. It's like Disney, and like they're singing all the like all the stuff. It's like there's no other instruments besides their voice.
Yeah, that would be like a great use of acapella,
Hmm.
covering famous Disney songs because it's
Yeah.
already something like a lot of people know, but it's like a different take on the original song. So
Hmm.
I
Or like
listened to
even like
this. Yeah,
Pitch Perfect, like the movie.
yeah. That's a good movie.
So
I
that's all
listen to
right.
this guy on YouTube. I listen to
Hmm.
this guy on YouTube, Jonathan Young. He does metal rock covers of like all kinds of Disney songs, like anime songs, and just like famous rock artist songs.
Hmm.
And like he'll do stupid stuff too. Like "All I Want for Christmas," he did
Hmm.
a metal cover of that. It's really well done. Um, yeah, I'll send you a link later.
Okay. No. But like, let's see. Then I like, I don't know, like with all the stuff like music, TVs, like that. Like, if you had to think of like a day that you want, and like it's all guilty pleasures, like what would it be? If you have like actually like think about it and be like, yo, this is like the perfect, like this is the day. Just like sit back and whatever, no regrets. Or if
Like,
anyone can get the like the movie reference, no regrets.
yeah. So 3 hours of 3 hours of Destiny with the boys. Uh, Pizza all day. So like pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Uh, maybe I don't know, some Smash Bros for like an hour and a half. Uh, then watching I don't know, some anime that maybe I've seen or haven't seen. Well, probably one that I have seen because that way I know it's good. Um, and yeah, I mean that's about it. Listening to punk rock or some ska music. That would be the typical perfect day for me, or guilty pleasure day. Yeah,
Guilty pleasure.
probably wouldn't feel very good at the end of that day, but
I don't know.
not with all that pizza.
Yeah. I think in like mine, like any unhealthy food, some sweets, and like video games, of course, but like no set time. Like what you had. Oh, oh.
Right, yeah. Well, the thing is
Like
for
no,
me,
like
like if I don't set time, I just end up doing that one thing for too
yeah,
long,
that's what I'm
and then
saying. Like
yeah,
if I play video games all day long, great, because like in Destiny you could do raids.
yeah,
But also like when I'm bored, just like binge watch Netflix or Disney Plus
mm,
or Amazon Prime, whatever streaming service like whatever I want to be watching on, and that's just like basically just sit there, eat junk food, and just sit back, relax, and not care about anything else.
yeah. I like preparing a meal. Like I'll even like cook it, and then I'll feel good about the fact that I cooked it, and I'll just like get it all set up, right, and then put my computer right here, and just have Netflix or Hulu or whatever, like you said, streaming platform, and
Mm-hmm.
watch a movie or something like that. Um, yeah, that's sounds like a great day to me,
Mm-hmm.
especially on a rainy day like this, since it's raining
Yeah.
here today.
Hmm. But
Do you
is
have
there
anything
any?
else?
No, I
No.
like guilty pleasures. Just like I said,
Yeah,
like it's
covered it.
topics that we wanted to talk about. But like guys, like listeners, like subscribe us, but like also like just comment below or shoot us an email or whatever. You know us on Facebook.
Yeah.
just send us about like what's your guilty pleasures that we talked about, like food, movie, TV, music, or like your typical guilty pleasure day. Um, we want to know about other people's stuff, and also like just talk about it, because like I know a lot of people won't talk about it until they're close friends, but be open about it.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, again, we always want to be listening
Hmm.
for like new content or feedback from you guys. We want to know how you feel about the way we do our show, or um, if you have anything else you want to hear us discuss on the show, please by all means
Hmm.
send us an email or just comment on whatever platform that you receive this content on. And with that, I think we can close the show. Is that fair to say?
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again, everybody, for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Stay tuned
Bye
for
bye.
next episode.
Yeah.